Hello everyone, this is CJ with Cycletron. Welcome back to the channel, your hub for everything motorcycles. And if you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on these two-wheeled topics. Today, we're journeying into the past and examining the present. We're comparing two contrasting periods of Harley Davidson's history: the controversial era under the ownership of AMF, American Machine and Foundry, and the present day as a publicly traded company. It's time to kickstart this ride and find out which era has been more tumultuous for this iconic brand. From 1969 to 1981, AMF owned Harley Davidson. It was a period filled with controversy and mixed opinions. So let's delve into this exciting era first. After I go through this presentation, I wonder if you'll agree with me that the AMF ownership years actually represent the high point of Harley Davidson as a company. The first crucial point in favor of AMF's period of ownership was arguably its timing. By 1969, Harley Davidson was fighting severe financial challenges and was on the brink of bankruptcy. AMF, a recreational equipment conglomerate, stepped in to purchase the company, effectively saving it from financial ruin. Also keep in mind that motorcycle culture was wildly popular in the United States during the late 1960s through the 1970s, which coincides with AMF's ownership period of Harley Davidson. Keep in mind that the movie Easy Rider came out in 1969. Also through the 70s, not only were motorcycles wildly popular, this was also the era of drag racing and the major expansion of NASCAR. The 1970s is also the period when the custom motorcycle scene really took off. Under AMF's stewardship, Harley Davidson saw a significant increase in production. AMF's aggressive business model aimed to ramp up manufacturing numbers and cut costs. A key component of this strategy was the construction of an upgraded and expanded state-of-the-art vehicle assembly plant in York, Pennsylvania, which started producing motorcycles in 1973, making this the 50th anniversary of the plant. Previously, this plant had been used by AMF to make bowling pins and bomb casings. This facility soon became a cornerstone of Harley Davidson's production capabilities, a testament to AMF's investment, which had lasting benefits for Harley Davidson Motor Company. Let's not forget about the motorcycles themselves. The AMF period brought us some popular models that are now considered classics. Take the Harley Davidson FX Superglide, for instance, which made its debut in 1971. It was the first factory custom motorcycle combining the sporty front end of an XL series and the frame and powertrain of the FL series. There was also the Harley Davidson XLCR Cafe Racer that was produced from 1977 to 1979. It was not a commercial success in its time, but is a cult classic today. And who could forget the FLHS Electric Glide Sport, which debuted in 1977 and was the smallest of the Harley touring models, which no doubt later inspired the creation of the Road King. Or who could forget Evel Knievel using Harley Davidson XR 750 motorcycles exclusively from late 1970 to early 1977. But it wasn't all roses and sunshine. The increase in production numbers led to a decrease in the quality of Harley Davidson motorcycles. Problems with reliability and build quality became widespread, and the brand's image suffered. A lot of the controversy had to do with AMF moving a lot of production from its largely outdated Milwaukee plants to the York, Pennsylvania plant, which only increased the tensions with the union such that some people believe the union workers actively sabotaged the motorcycle components, which exacerbated the quality control issues. AMF also introduced lightweight models and overseas manufacturing, alienating Harley's traditional made-in-America clientele. This strategy clashed with the image that Harley riders had come to love. This concept of Harley management doing things to apparently alienate their core customers would become a continuing theme over the ensuing decades. Furthermore, employee dissatisfaction continued to grow under AMF's watch, leading to a debilitating strike in 1980. With an aim to increase production and cut costs, AMF's management strategies didn't sit well with the labor force. Now fast forward to the present day. Harley Davidson is no longer owned by AMF, but operates as a publicly traded company. But has it been smooth sailing? Let's find out. Today's Harley Davidson has made significant strides in improving the quality of its motorcycles, but it's also been faced with some daunting challenges. A common criticism is the high prices of their motorcycles, which many argue don't always match the value offered. Moreover, Harley's decision to venture into electric motorcycles with the live wire has been a point of contention. The traditional Harley customer base, which loves the rumbling sound and raw feel of a Harley, feel alienated. The fact that the live wire continues to lose hundreds of millions of dollars for Harley Davidson each year, and the fact that the Harley CEO Jochen Zeitz is committed to a future for Harley Davidson where they will no longer make motorcycles with combustion engines, has only served to increase the disdain that many Harley-Davidson customers and potential customers have for Harley's management today. And then there's controversies around its overseas manufacturing in markets like India, which Harley since closed in 2021, Thailand, and Brazil. Sound familiar? It's eerily similar to the issues faced during the AMF years. For a brand that's built its reputation on American craftsmanship, these decisions have, once again, not been taken well by the loyalists. And don't forget, Harley closed its Kansas City assembly plant in 2019 after a 20-year run so that they could open a new plant in Thailand. Further, with the need to satisfy shareholders in a publicly traded setup, there's been a shift in the company's focus. Critics argue that the bottom line has taken precedence over the passion and soul that once defined Harley-Davidson. To prove this point, you need to look no further than the fact that Harley's CEO Jochen Zeitz collected $44 million in compensation in 2022, most of which were incentives related to increases in stock price. So as we throttle towards the conclusion, we see a fascinating comparison. The AMF era, though controversial, did save Harley-Davidson from bankruptcy, increased production, and gave birth to iconic models. The AMF era also resulted in construction of the York, Pennsylvania plant, which assembles all the Harley-Davidson motorcycles, well over 150,000 each year that are sold in the United States. However, the quality issues, labor disputes, and alienation of the core customer base are difficult to overlook, but I think that should be put into perspective. Compared to the quality of Japanese and even European cars and motorcycles made in the 1970s, the quality of the American-made vehicles lag considerably. Anyone remember the Ford Pinto? Ironically, Harley-Davidson has had 2 shutdowns of the York, Pennsylvania assembly plant during the last year, including at this very moment due to quality control issues associated with components made by its third-party vendors. In the current era, as a publicly traded company, Harley-Davidson has grappled with high prices, strategic missteps, and the challenge of meeting shareholder expectations while retaining its core customer base who continue to age out of motorcycling. Despite significant improvements in quality, these issues have led to a fair share of controversy, possibly even surpassing those from the AMF years. If you consider the huge increase in sales for all types of powersport vehicles in recent years, including ATVs, dirt bikes, and side-by-sides, just think how much more revenue Harley-Davidson would generate as a company if they didn't limit their offerings to street bikes. AMF was just such a diversified company, not unlike that of Polaris today, which sells Indian motorcycles plus ATVs, side-by-sides, and boats. In fact, many Harley fans would like to see a complete reset of the company by either going back to private ownership or becoming part of a much larger and better diversified company. As we have seen, Harley's experience in being a publicly traded company from 1965 to 1969 nearly led to the company's bankruptcy, and many people think that Harley-Davidson once again as a publicly traded company since 1981 may not survive much longer. Whether you're a fan of the AMF era or a critic, or you're skeptical of the decisions made by today's Harley-Davidson, it's clear that each period has had its unique challenges and triumphs. The question is, which controversy has left a more profound impact on the brand and its loyal riders? I'd love to hear your thoughts on the comments below. As we end today's discussion, remember that no matter what, Harley-Davidson's journey has been nothing short of an American epic. From the AMF era to being a publicly traded company, the brand continues to evolve, inspire, and frequently incite debate. But isn't that what makes it all so exciting? Thanks for watching everyone, and please stay tuned for future videos.